Where I can find the book.
Where can you find a book to practice reading in English?
Practice reading. Yes.
Okay. Rachel's the book club queen, so I'll let her start with this one.
Have you read a book in English before?
Not. No.
So, usually, what I suggest if you haven't read a book in English before is to start with a children's novel. The reason why is because reading is a great way to improve your vocabulary, but there might be books that have a lot more vocabulary you're not familiar with. So I encourage students to start with children's chapter books. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? English is your second language or possibly another language beyond that. And so it's okay to start with something a little easier just until you get comfortable. Some books you might try are Charlotte's Web or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I do think it's important to find books that are interesting to you. So if there are particular types of books you like to read in your native language, looking for children's books in English that are related to that. For example, if you really like mystery books in your native language, then you could look for children's mystery books in English.
I remember when I was a little girl, my favorite book series was the Cam Jansen.
Such a good series.
And I don't think it's too childish either. There's mystery there. They're two friends trying to solve mysteries together. So I think it's a lot of fun. Did you like the Cam Jansen books, Rachel?
Absolutely.
The Boxcar Children is
Mhm.
popular. I always like Junie B. Jones. She's a little crazy. Yeah. But those could all be good. And you can search books and find the one that's a little more your style.
Can you send me the link?
Of course, I'll be sure to include the list of books we're recommending here in the description. The other thing I would recommend if you don't want to read children's book, like Rachel said, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you didn't want to, I would say consider self-help books. I think the language in these books are a little more common. They're giving you life tips. We're not talking about fantasy, and it's not always written necessarily in a way to be elaborate in description. It's written in a way to teach you those life skills. And at the same time, I think a lot of that vocabulary is going to be more practical for you because there are things you can apply in your life. I think a good self-help book is easier to read than something like The Lord of the Rings, which is super packed with fantasy. If you love it, it's one thing, but definitely more challenging. Do you ever do self-help books, Rachel, in your book club?
We don't. I was also going to say, piggybacking off of you, if you're someone who would prefer to read adult fiction or adult books, we read a lot of autobiographies, actually, a lot of memoirs where people are talking about their own lives. And so you know right away that language is going to be accessible. It's going to be the type of language you hear regularly because a lot of these people writing the memoirs are not writers necessarily. They're not people who are teachers or necessarily people who write for a living. So a lot of times they're using language that they would use when they're speaking. And so I think memoirs are a great option as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So we're looking at like children's chapter books, self-help books, and things like memoirs, biographies, autobiographies. These can all be really good